series.
Bro, we're
So,
good
are
team
we
merch.
back?
We're good
Look.
team merchants.
Yeah,
Are
we
we
have
back?
we have the second best Western Conference record in the entire league.
Bro, we had to get
Nigga,
that
we
shit
been back.
bro.
Like, we're literally Western.
I
This
will never
team
be
is literally
cool with
Western.
Yo,
that
James, you know that Will account? What's he saying right now?
Who? Oh,
That's
Will.
Will shit.
Oh, Will Bias Houston fan.
Oh yeah, I gotta go. I gotta get
He's
my
saying a
receipts
bunch.
for that.
He yapping, bro. You already know.
He probably
Yeah, fine.
That's why you got.
Hey, we don't. Hey, y'all,
just
we
say
don't play
your
till Thursday.
Space
We don't play
up.
till. Oh, we don't play till Thursday, by the way.
Yeah, we get 2 days off. 2 days off.
Yes,
Oh
sir.
yeah, goon time.
Good off, I'm gonna get to belt the
Bro,
war.
say
Goon
goon
time, you
time.
got it.
Goon time.
Goon.
An old team with no rim protection, no point of
Bro,
attack,
them niggas
no
are
rebounding.
Oh, no,
Just
that's low.
beat y'all niggas. Yeah. Yeah. Yummy, yummy, nigga. We love how y'all niggas tasted, bro. Bum ass niggas.
Jesus Christ.
Let me
Yeah.
go ahead and mute up, gang.
Yummy ass team.
Man, pause, but
Nah, nigga, play, nigga.
Absolutely.
He said play, nigga.
Hey, Sangoon, yum yum, nigga.
Yummy ass
Sangoon.
nigga. Yummy ass nigga. Jalen Green.
Tasty
Yummy
ass
on the
niggas,
pick and
man.
roll, nigga. Every nigga got a taste.
Jabari.
Every single
Is
one
that
of them niggas got a
Tony's?
taste.
Is that Lowry?
They Michelin delicious. I'm
or
licking my chops,
no way
nigga.
you can
Damn,
find,
That nigga Braun licking his fingers at the end of the game.
or no way you can find hatiness, or just enjoy it.
Nigga, look at his fingers, gang.
Dylan Brooks, that's a little salty, bro. Next time, take a little salt off of it, bro.
That's a little salty.
Finger looking good, nigga.
You gotta stop
Man,
licking your fingers for you
I
be
can't
a gift
believe we
real.
fucking
Fuck the
lost.
Rockets at Houston. Well, not I'm in Houston, but
Hey, y'all pull up
Warrior,
the live.
Warriors next.
Live, yo.
Nigga, let's go.
I think the space.
Jimmy Butler, yummy, yummy. Curry, yummy, yummy.
we didn't put it in any of the group chats. That's why.
We are
What
not
the-
AD. Yo,
I can't do it from the computer, bro. Like that shit hard.
We are not AD.
This is crazy.
We are not gay.
That is so nasty.
Sometimes you just gotta let niggas know, man.
Oh, God. Today was a good day.
Yo, Zay, check.
So he took down the
check who
4th seeded
this
Grizzlies,
comment
and then he
is on
took
that.
down the 2nd seeded Rockets. Bishop.
This is okay. He got it. Why is that his ad name too? Okay.
Look at Zesty Zay on Twitter. Yo, what the fuck? Nah, man, I'm dead.
Coney talking like he didn't think we lose both of these games.
Yeah, we're losing this
No.
series too.
Y'all could join through.
I can't
do
chill
that for real.
But me and James was saying, bro, like you niggas gotta chill about the team against these bad Lakers. Magic number is 5 for a playoff. We're not HB. We're not worried about a playoff spot. We're worried about not being the 4th.
Number 5, Magic. What the fuck?
He's talking about 5 wins, I think. But bro, we're not worried about
in the Draymond
playoff spot.
Man, let niggas had a slow ass.
That's what he means. Oh, so we just have to win 5 more times? No, we're talking about the 3 seed, bro. We're not talking about a playoff spot.
Yeah, I think is he talking about like a spot for that shit? What does he mean? Like
for the 3 seed or 2 seed, some shit like that. I don't know what we need, honestly.
If
top 6, what?
Bro, we damn near gonna finish top 6 anyway. Like that's probably
gonna
happen.
take top 6 regardless.
I think you
we need to be top 3.
I think you gotta win 50 games to win top 6.
You need to
clinch top 6, you gotta win 50, I think, right?
Where we at? 47?
LeBron's the clown.
You can't,
I know.
we can technically still fall into the plane right now. Like
yeah.
Is this a
lose out?
Oh,
automatically you can fall into the plane.
Damn, bro, I know her, bro. She's insane.
5 for a guaranteed top 6. We not even worried about that though, bro. We're trying to get to 3. Top 6, like that
5
shit.
What? 5 wins?
Like 5 wins.
She reposted Mombalytics. Okay, yeah. She
Bridge, appreciate it too, bro. Someone say a prayer for Sangoon. Posterized by Hayes, locked up by geriatric, and Luca made him do the dunk.
Yeah, that nigga did get bitch all game. He got posterized. You touched the earth, and he got swatted by Brown.
I'm about to mute y'all niggas. I'm going to the space, y'all. Can you guys hear me? Am I good? All right, y'all. Look, back-to-back ginormous games, bro. Lakers won both of them. Lakers beat the number 2 seed Houston Rockets tonight, 104-98. Let me read off the box score for you guys. Let me just pull it up real quick. I'll start with the Lakers, guys. So Gabe Vincent, 20 points on the night, 6 of 14 from the field, 6 of 13 from 3, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 4 boards, 1 assist, 2 stocks, plus 8 on the night. Dorian Finney-Smith, 6 for 13, 6 of 11 from 3, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 5 stocks. He had 3 blocks and 2 steals, 20 points on the night, team leading plus 16. Luka Doncic also 20 points, 6 of 16 from 3, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 5 stocks. He had 3 blocks and 2 steals, 20 points on the night, team leading plus 16. Luka Doncic also 20 points, 6 of 16, 7 of 9 from the free throw line, 6 rebounds, 9 assists, 2 steals. LeBron James, 5 of 12 from the field, 2 of 4 from 3, 4 of 4 from the line, 2 huge free throws to seal the game, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, 4 stocks, plus 9 on the night. Austin Reeves, 5 of 11, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. He had 8 rebounds, he had 3 assists, he had 2 steals, plus 8 on the night, 12 points total. Gigantic win for the Lakers. They are now, I want to say, 2.5 games from Houston because they just gave them a loss on top of going up in the standings. So I think this game also puts us closer to the 3 seed. And the Nuggets, I believe, play the Timberwolves. So a lot of good storylines in this game. A lot to look forward to going forward. The rest of our schedule, I know we play the Warriors on Thursday, and then we have a back-to-back against the Pelicans Friday. So this week is just a very important week for basketball for the Lakers. So just a good start, though. Great start. Also, I just want to say we are back with the space for the day. We felt like we needed a space for you guys. It's been a while since we hit the Twitterverse on the spaces. Obviously, we still are streaming on Playback. Streams actually live on Playback on top of this space. So either way, you guys want to enjoy our content. We're double fisting right now. So it's both of us we're all on this. So I'm gonna start with yeah, that was crazy. They just came out wrong. I'm gonna start with James though, bro. James, go ahead and break down the game, break down what you saw. And honestly, if you guys want this to be longer than just this game, you could talk about everything. So the Grizzlies game, the road trip, whatever you guys want to go to. But I'm gonna start with James, bro. It's on you, gang. How you feeling?
We good in the West.
Oh wow.
I think we make that obvious. We good in the West because, bro, we're 12-1 versus Western Conference teams since the All-Star break. So like, I guess just thank God we're not in the Eastern Conference because that's where all our losses been. But just a great fucking W. Obviously, you got to start with the 2 guys off the bench, bro, because DFS and Gabe, I thought they shot the ball so well tonight. Made crucial clutch threes. Like you're down 5, the offense is kind of slow. DFS hits a clutch 3 to like weather that storm. Gabe making clutch threes in the corner, contested, heavily contested. So shout out those 2 guys. I thought they showed up tonight. Shout out our defense, bro. Obviously, we know how shitty Rockets are in the half court, but you limited Jalen Green tonight. This is a guy who's averaging 22 this year for the Rockets. You hit him to 9 points. I thought we slowed down Şengün. I thought that was specifically LeBron, bro. I thought he did an amazing job defensively on Şengün tonight. Like, no help, battling in the post, keeping him off the glass. And also, I think our rebounding was great as well, too, bro. I don't have the official numbers on the rebounding battle. I can pull it up real quick, but I thought we did a great job gang rebounding today. The last time we faced the Rockets, we couldn't keep Şengün and Adams off the glass. Neither of them had 10 rebounds tonight. Let me see the rebounding battle. We only lost the rebounding battle by 6 boards, and that's with you mainly playing a small lineup the entire game. So only losing the rebound battle 6-6 to this team, I thought was a point that can't be understated about us winning this game. I thought we did a great job rebounding as well. Also, I feel even better about this game because your 3 stars didn't shoot well in this game. Like we didn't have Luka go for 30 or Austin go for 25. So when your offense isn't flowing, you have to figure out a way to ground out wins. And I thought we did that tonight as well. So shout out Lakers. I thought it was a great win. Yeah, the defense, bro. I just thought the defense is where we get like Braun's offense is still a work in progress right now. I think part of it is him passing up on a few shots. Part of it is them missing him in transition or off cuts a lot. And part of it is he just got to figure it out with the rusty shit. But one thing that can't be questioned is how he's been playing defensively, especially these past 2 games. That's back-to-back games with 4 stocks, drawing charges, guarding bigger matchups. So I thought he was sensational defensively the past 2 games. And honestly, I think we would have held Grizzlies to like a lower point total if JJ wasn't like obsessed with the small ball lineups. Because I thought that's what was setting up our defensive fray a lot in that Grizzlies game. So I'm liking the way we're trending as a team. Like, way to bounce back after that nasty Bulls loss. Because, bro, that's a loss that in the past have sent us reeling. But this year, I think, and to Zay's point, he's made this point a few times. Like, when we've had that nasty loss, you've kind of bounced back with like a good win streak to like snap out of that shit. So I think we're doing a great job in that area of like when adversity hits, you get out of that shit. Because we lost to some down teams where like you responded by beating 2 teams that's what, top 4, top 5 in the West. Bro, Rockets have won 12 of the last 13 games, I think, or 14. Yeah, so like whatever questions this team, I mean, niggas have about them being a 2 seed, bro, they've been playing great basketball. So shout out this win. I thought we played great fucking win.
James, this game also puts you a game back behind the 3rd seed.
Yeah,
now
exactly.
Denver played Minnesota, so that is a
and
a
the great part about this, bro, you see it like these 2 wins, and now you get a 2 days of rest at the crib. So you get basically
and the Grizzlies lost today.
Yeah, so you separate
you
yourself a
have
little bit
more
from
separation. Yep.
Yeah, because like, bro, like these games, I'm not taking them for granted at all because, bro, you're only 2 games out of the play-in. So winning these is crucial. I think, you said Grizzlies already. I was about to say, yeah, they lost too. So like, you're separating from them as well. So they're in danger of falling to play. They're 1 game out of the AC. So you got to stay out of that bullshit.
They're literally 1 game. I think now we're 2 games, which is like
we're 2.5 above the 6
2.5.
seed.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
So like,
I'm sorry. Yeah.
and I'm saying like, you got to stay out of that bullshit. That Clippers, T-Wolves, Warriors, Grizzly shit. You got to stay out of that, bro. Like you just got to focus on Grizzlies, Rockets, and Denver right now. Like, I think that's the area we need to live at because you got to stay out of that playing jumbled up shit that they got going with the 5 through 7 seed. So shout out Lakers. I thought it was an amazing fucking win. We always play Rockets fairly well at home. It's in Houston that we kind of be on bullshit, but I thought it was a great win tonight. And also to the Grizzlies game too. Like, I can't downplay that game either. That's a team that's desperate for wins, bro. We saw it. Ja was out there shot checking. They're desperate for wins, just like we are as well. You just won that game on the road. You come back here and you beat the Rockets. So great fucking win, Lakers.
Yes, sir. Just to kind of piggyback on what you just said with the Grizzlies game, I thought that was a really we've been battle tested these last 2 games, especially coming off
easy wins.
That loss to the Bulls, I mean, obviously was probably the most like devastating loss.
Oh yeah, by far. It's not even close.
The fact that you recover from that by beating the Grizzlies on the road and then respond by then also beating the Rockets, which are 2 teams in the standings. And I think James said it perfectly. Those are the 2 teams you focus on. Obviously, Denver, you see what happens with Denver. They're ahead of us right now. They've been handling their business against the bad teams. They actually have a somewhat tough schedule going forward. So we'll see. But man, if you can, the good thing about having a cushion from the play-in right now is you have to play the Warriors again. You have to play the Rockets again. So you have a chance to separate even more
and get close to the Rockets.
Games. Yeah, man. So huge. This game was like probably the current biggest game of the year. And the fact that you responded after having one of the biggest games of the year, it's incredible.
And I don't think that's an exaggeration because we heard the players specifically themselves say like this is a major like must win. Like they wanted that Grizzlies game, and I think they wanted this game tonight as well. So like badly. Yes. So they're taking these Western games seriously.
I'll be super quick before we go to Zay. Like man, DFS and Gabe, those guys have had moments where they just can't buy shots, right? Can't hit the side of the damn fucking rim in a lot of games. But one thing that they've been able to provide, just the intensity, especially on the defensive end. But when their shots are falling like they were tonight, like, bro, this team becomes so difficult to beat, especially on a night where like James said, none of the stars played well. Like DFS and Gabe kind of carried you through this game, especially in the tough parts of it. But yeah, man, this is a character building stretch right now. And the sad part is it's not done, right? Like you literally got to go play the Warriors who are also fighting for playoff position like that. This is a tough week, man. And I think this week it sucks that it kind of is going to have to define where we've been and what we are to close out the year. But this stretch, this week right here, kind of defines where you are as a team. And so, so far so good. But obviously, it's not finished. We got to see what happens Thursday. But I'm gonna go to Zay. Thoughts on if you want to talk about the road trip, like I said, or if you want to go straight to this game, whatever you want to go. But the floor is yours, bro.
Yes, sir, man. I think, like James said, I'm gonna say it simple. A lot of the simple shit that James said, but after obviously those really rough, even the Pacers win was like. I don't believe in bad wins, but niggas, a lot of niggas say that's a bad win. Like that one, I guess you got quote unquote lucky, whatever, regardless. But obviously the Bulls loss was crazy. We probably should have spaced after that one. I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't feeling it though. But you needed both of these, bro. And we might really be good team merchants. Like the Lakers might have to really respect the other team to really go full out. Like even earlier in this game, it's not like we were lacking effort. Like niggas were just missing layups, missing shots at the rim, floaters. Goodwin missed a floater. DFS got blocked. Vando got blocked straight up on 2 layups or 2 damn near dunks. Like this was like an awful offensive game too from your big three. Brian gives you 16, 5 of 12 from the floor. Brian shot only 12 times. Reeves only gives you 12. Luka gives you 20 on really rough efficiency from everywhere but the free throw line. And you still find a way to win the game against the 2 seed. It's such a big win. DFS and Gabe, like these are guys that can swing you playoff games, and both of them guard too, to where it's like, bro, these are like, especially DFS. That's maybe the biggest get, maybe the most underrated trade probably of the entire season was getting DFS. It might have turned the season around, just swapping him for D'Lo. I can't believe D'Lo fans were really victory lapping him getting traded for DFS.
Yeah, it's like when you're breaking your shots, what are you providing elsewhere? That was always the issue with D'Lo. You're not making the shots. What are you doing? At least DFS will be guarding shit. So
also, sidebar real quick, Zay, the Lakers are the second team in the entire Western Conference and wins against the West teams.
I was telling you, bro. That's why I say we good.
It feels important.
OKC's at 35. The Lakers are at 32 in the conference, and then
we're good in the West.
Lakers are also the second best home team in the West as well. They have 29 wins, and then OKC has 33.
We're good in the West.
Has more than 27. I think the Nuggets
OKC.
The Rockets are at 27. Lakers are at 29.
We're the third best home team, I think, in the entire NBA.
Let me see.
So, Cleveland,
yeah,
OKC, and us.
Yep. Yeah, no, us at home is nasty.
Yeah, it's OKC at 1. It's OKC at 1. OKC at 1. It's Cleveland at 2, and then it's us at 3, bro. Literally.
Listen, we're in that tier. But anyway, regardless, big games from DFS and Gabe, of course. Bron, I feel like did so much of the little things. Luka balled out. This is a big win, bro. Like everybody was saying game of the year. I was nervous before this game because you really needed this one. And you're sadly at the part of the season where you won this game, but now it's like, all right, do it again. Now you just got to keep doing it again, bro. All right, you won this one, big one.
Warriors.
Now on to the Warriors. When you look at I was just looking at it, kind of some of these magic numbers. We're 46-29. Rockets are 49-27. Denver is 47-28. They play the Wolves tomorrow. That's one we really need the Wolves to pull through.
Big game, bro.
And it's crazy. The craziest thing, this shit is nuts. Denver and the Rockets are 2 teams. Number one, we play the Rockets one more time so we can get the tiebreaker over them. We already have the tiebreaker over Denver. And those 2 teams play each other on the last game of the season.
I think we probably want, this is gonna sound weird, we probably want Denver to lose to the Rockets to get them closer because they're closer to us right now.
I agree.
We're a game behind Denver. We're actually 2.5 games behind.
It's literally the same thing when Denver beat them without Jokic. It's like that was actually helped us.
You kind of want Denver to fall as far as they can fall, while we tread water so that we can pass them and get the 3 seed. That's kind of the goal right now. If you can get the 3 seed, you stay out of OKC's bracket, you stay within home court advantage, you're playing a team that's like straight playing. So we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, that becomes very important, bro. That second Rockets game, man,
big.
And it's at home too.
Is
that at home?
Yeah, it's at home too. Yeah.
Okay.
No more Houston. I'm crunching a little bit. I think, unfortunately, this is kind of wild now, but we've got 7 games left. You probably to have a real shot at
this 3 or 2 seed,
6
you
and 1, 6 and
probably
2?
can only lose once more. Probably.
Yeah.
And that once more can't be to the Rockets. It has
It
to
got to
be
be OKC.
to another. Yeah, it has to be to another one of these teams. But for the
Maybe
rest of the
you split
season,
OKC. You got to split
That's a
OKC
guarantee.
and run the
That's a
table,
guarantee,
bro.
though.
You got to split OKC. You got to run the
Nigga,
table.
you about to
you
get
got
off
to run the
stage,
table.
dude.
You got to beat everybody
Yes.
else, man.
Yeah,
You got to go.
yeah,
I think you got to go 6-1 because to just tie the Rockets, and this includes us beating them. They only have 6 games. They have to go 3-3. That's especially they won 12 out of 13. But their schedule, the Rockets play the Jazz on Wednesday, and then Thunder, Warriors, Clippers, Lakers, Nuggets. So I mean, they
It's
could
possible.
Thunder, Warriors, Clippers, Lakers, Nuggets. Woo!
I mean, they could go 3-3. I don't know,
They
bro.
could go 1 and, bro. They could go 1 and 5.
See, if they go 1-5, we're good. If they go 1-5, we're solid.
They
It don't even matter
lose
what
a lot
Denver
of
do.
them games, man. They could lose a lot of them games.
It's
bro.
tough. And then last thing
That's
too,
tough.
Denver. Denver's important to watch. Denver has, I think, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games left. They play the Wolves, Spurs, Warriors, Pacers, Kings, Grizzlies, Rockets. Some of those are easy. Some of those are
Spurs and Kings
interesting.
are probably not. They're probably gonna win both those games guaranteed. The other ones are interesting.
Grizzlies, Rockets later in the season at the very last week are like, man, those are.
And that Grizzlies might be fighting for a playing spot that game.
Yeah.
To stay out the play-in.
And that Rockets game is going to be sent up. Oh
I'm telling you guys right now, I think the most ideal situation, if we're doing just seeding, I have a question for the coaches after this, but if we're talking about seeding, if the Grizzlies can somehow drop to 6 and we get to 3, listen, bro.
Yeah, I think that. Yeah.
That's probably like the number one scenario that I would want. Outside of obviously getting the 2 seed and then playing the playing team, but like
how close are the Clippers though?
One game.
The Clippers are 0.5 to the 6.
Oh my god!
Right now they're 8. They're 8 right now, but they're the half game back from the 6 seed.
Yeah,
so and they play Dallas back to back. If they could sweep that, that's probably going to bode well for them. Depending on what happens with Minnesota.
AD, can you do something for this?
We really need. We really need some of these. We need these teams to keep playing each other, man. We need these teams to keep playing each other.
That's what I'm
saying.
Well, we're honestly, it's obviously you don't know what's gonna happen in the game, but we're blessed that our last game. Does anybody know who our last game is against? Thank God it's against the Blazers. Thank God it's not against an actual team.
Wait, Denny, don't move you.
Listen.
Is that nigga gonna play in that game?
Don't sleep on Blazers, bro.
Blazers
are tryhards.
The rest of the Lakers schedule, 2 of their games. They play the Blazers, and then they also play the Pelicans with no Zion.
Yeah,
no CJ,
wait, Zion out for the year?
Trey Murphy.
Yeah,
they just sat Zion for the year.
They sat all their starters. All their starters. They sat all their starters.
Let's go.
So again, our next 7: Warriors, Pelicans, Thunder twice, Mavs, Rockets, Blazers. Man,
that's a tough schedule.
Win, loss.
Shit tough.
I really think you can only lose one because you get to 52 and 30. I feel like you probably have to get to like 52 and 30 to get to 3 seed at least. You probably got to get to like 52 30. 51 and 31, like if you lose twice, you're going to need some help from a lot.
You probably stay the
Fuck, somebody call me. Yeah. You probably stay. So
51 31
Yeah.
But we need
big win, man.
I just wish every team could lose around us, bro. Fuck, bro.
Come on, bro. That Rockets schedule is tough, dude. Lose some of those.
That Rockets, like outside of the Jazz, bro, they don't play a bad team. That shit is tough, bro. Like we at least play the Pelicans, who don't have anyone, and that Blazers game, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be annoying, but you gotta win that one. You know what I mean? Like that's like a must
bro.
win.
All them teams have something to play for. Clippers, Warriors, all of them. For the Rockets, all of them have something to play for.
And it's funny because usually at this point of the year, man, you're playing teams that don't have shit to play for, so they kind of mail it in, bro. All these teams are so close to the top 10 team in the West that, bro, all these teams they can't really afford to lose game. Like, bro, the Mavericks lost tonight to the Nets. That was a giant loss, bro. Like, they are now the 9th seed, but they're only a half game back from being a 10th seed, and they have a gap to get to 8. Like, they're probably not getting to 8. So like that's tough too. Like even the Mavericks and the Kings are kind of jockeying for like position from that 9 to 10 to see which team's gonna get home court in that first play-in game. So like, bro, there's just a lot of stuff at stake right now. Bro.
That Nuggets Rockets game, man, that shit is gonna be crazy. Last game of the season, that's going to be for a seed, guaranteed. Whether it's the 3 seed, 2 seed, or the 4 seed, that game's gonna be crazy.
That game's gonna be nuts, bro. We have to beat Rockets again, bro. We have to, bro. Also, this would be a crazy thing if you manage to beat the Rockets again. You will literally have the tiebreaker over every team in the West, not named OKC. Like that's insane, bro. Like we literally have the tiebreaker over every team out West. Like, because even the series that we have that are 2-2, you're you have a better division record, you have a better conference record. So like you quite literally would have a tiebreaker over every team in the West. That's not the 1 seed. And the 1 seed doesn't even matter because they're like 14 games above to where no one could even, it's insurmountable. You can't even get to the 1 spot. So that Rockets game would solidify you running the table, bro. Like that shit, man.
This one was hard, but that one's gonna be even tougher. That one's gonna be crazy.
That game decides it, bro. That game decides it, bro. The game decides it, bro. That's it right there. It's 1-1. It's 1-1. So huge win, bro. That was a huge win. I have a question for you guys though about the big three. Obviously, there's been a lot of controversy with Austin Reeves, Luka Doncic, LeBron James. Who needs the ball? Who doesn't need the ball? Who needs to get off the rock? Who needs to play like a big? Who needs to do what? Where are you guys? What did this game in particular show you about the big three? But also in the grand scheme of things, like where do you guys see the hierarchy and what things should kind of look like going forward with the big three? I'll start with James.
I think a lot of those convos stem from the fact that Reeves looks so amazing. First of all, when one of them don't play, and like even when all three of them are playing, he has such amazing games where he just thrives that people don't want to see that diminished into like a 12 point per game Reeves where he's just standing in the corner and just being a Rui type role player. I think people are in fear of that reality. And what I'm saying is I don't think we'll ever get to that because I think there are ways Reeves can still thrive without having to push one of the top 2 guys to like a third option to get his game off. Like we saw it versus the Grizzlies. Yes, Reeves had possessions where he was thriving on ball, but a lot of those possessions were, all right, the defense traps Luka, and now Reeves in the short roll creating well, or they're generating open threes for Reeves, and he's knocking them down. I think he went 5 for 7 from 3 versus the Grizzlies. So what I'm saying is we don't have to say, oh, Braun got to be a third option for us and just strictly focus on defense for Reeves to still thrive in his offense. I think there are plenty of ways where all three of them can get their game off to a point where it's not like, oh man, he's a third option, second option, first option, and shit like that. Like we saw it versus Denver, and I don't think we have enough sample size to say we can't or can't see it because when Luka just got here, he was rusty, fresh off injury. Then Austin got hurt with his calf injury, and then Austin got back. Then Braun goes down, and now Braun is in his rusty shit, fresh off injury. So I just think it's a lot of wait and see. But I do think a lot of niggas are gassing. But like one nigga said, Reeves is better offensively than Braun, or oh my god, Braun, get off the ball, man. Like just give Reeves the ball more. Just play off ball. It's like no, like there's a healthy medium where all of these 3 guys can get their games off without having to change too much of who they are. But I also think the clear hierarchy is Luka, Braun, Reeves, bro. Like I'm not asking Braun to play as a rolling big spot up shooter cutter just so Reeves can have more on ball touches so he doesn't have to change his game. Like no, nah, bro. I think them 2 as offensive players, Luka and Braun, just impact the game at a much higher level that Reeves just doesn't. But I think Reeves is so good offensively that he can play off them 3 guys, the attention they draw, to still get his game off. So I don't know why people recently have been pushing this Reeves shit about being second option damn near. I don't think it's necessary, bro. I don't think Reeves is ever gonna be a 13 point per game guy that's just stuck in the corner because Luka and Braun can't get off the ball. I never think it's gonna be that. Even stretches where Luka is on the bench and it's Braun and Reeves on the floor, bro, Braun allows Reeves to run the offense. Like tonight, Reeves had a touch too night. I don't think it was because we were icing him off offensively. I just thought he missed a few easy buckets that Reeves is normally making. So like, I just think niggas started gassing that shit, a narrative that didn't exist before LeBron's injury. Like nobody was questioning who should stop shooting more or less when Luka and Braun were getting 30 apiece out here, and Austin was still able to get his 18 to 20. Like, so I just think it's narratives that's overreacting to Braun being rusty fresh off injury, in my opinion.
Cook, Demon Cook.
I think Zay might have.
I think he dropped, but he's in a request. He's in a request.
Oh, bet I got you, Zay. Let me get you back to co-host too. I'll just quickly give my thoughts on it. Yeah, this team just isn't gonna go anywhere if LeBron James isn't at best. I mean, at worst, the second best player on the team. Like they're just. It's good to see us able to win games when LeBron struggled. Obviously, I think LeBron's out of the big three is for some reason, even though he's the oldest player, he's gotten the least amount of grace. Trying to get back into game shape and rhythm. This game didn't feel like he was hampered. Didn't feel like he was hurt. It felt like he was missing layups. Felt like he was second guessing himself. It felt like he was mentally not as engaged on the offensive end as usual. But I didn't look at this game and think, oh man, this guy's lost all his explosiveness, or oh man, this guy he can't get off the ground anymore, or he doesn't have any lift, or he's short arming this because he. I just didn't feel like it was a physical thing in this game. I felt like, bro, you're missing layups. Like, bro, you're passing up threes. Bro, you're pump faking shots at the rim to kick out to corner shooters. Like there was not, it wasn't, it didn't feel like, oh, dang, this isn't the same LeBron. It just felt like, dog, what are you doing?
Yeah, you took
Snap
11
out of it.
shots today. You're 2 for 4 from dribble line. You just stopped shooting. You didn't shoot enough.
Right.
Shoot the ball more.
And so this wasn't the game where I felt like LeBron should have been deferring, especially in a game where it was more of a rock fight. We couldn't score. Like obviously DFS was and Gabe were like huge in the game, but in a game like this, you actually kind of want LeBron on the ball more. You want Luka on the ball more, like just because those guys are dictating the entire game, especially in the half court setting. So I didn't feel like this game was a good indicator of who should have the ball, but at the same time, overall, I don't think this team's going anywhere if LeBron James is essentially your de facto play finishing big, right? Because that's kind of what he's looked like. We were kind of joking in stream saying he looked like Zach Randolph or Al Jefferson, and it's like, yeah, I mean, if that's what we're gonna do with LeBron James, then this team's just not gonna go where we want them to go. So he has to get back into form. Only way for him to get back to that form is the on ball touches. Is the jump shots, even if you're not going to shoot the ball well. I mean, we saw Luka for how long, James, where the dude couldn't buy a shot. He's shooting 20 shots a game, right? And I think that's where
he got back in
LeBron,
rhythm.
exactly. And I think that's where LeBron's going to have to get to offensively if we're going to get to where we really want to go. But really, I thought the defense looked like it was back. Looked like he's back defensively. He didn't miss a step on that end. For him to hit the 2 clutch free throws at the end of the game and then to follow that up with the essentially game sealing block to completely close the game out, like it was just shout out to LeBron. I thought the defense was incredible. I thought if we can get to that, the offense can take even longer to get back into form because his defense has been so good. But overall, yeah, I think the hierarchy should be established. I think a lot of people are overthinking this. They're watching Austin on a red hot stretch, and obviously Lucas. So they're doing this weird thing where it's like, oh well, let's not act like Bron wasn't playing all NBA basketball this year. Let's just make it seem like this is who LeBron is now. And I would just say, give him the same grace that Luka got when we got him. Give him the same grace that Austin got when Austin came back from that calf injury and he struggled for a couple games. Like, I just think we're at that point where it's just about patience in regards to LeBron. But overall, if we're gonna get to where we want to get to, it has to be LeBron. I gotta get used to this PC version of Spacey. It's a lot different.
Yo, Shub, are you there?
Shub, if you're there, bro, floor is
Yeah,
you.
Yes, sir.
Thoughts on the game, but thoughts on Memphis game as well, and just the grand scheme of things where you at, and also we spoke about the hierarchy of the big three. What should be.
I know we had like a pretty hefty discussion after the Chicago game. I know like a lot of us were sleepless after that night and like big picture. And then you see the team just kind of really respond well to 2 very impressive teams in the regular season. A Memphis team that just fired Taylor Jenkins. You know, they were going to come out pretty hot, but you know, watching the score of that game, like just always being in control, especially on the road, just absolutely impressive, especially with the big three and what they were able to kind of accomplish and kind of prove, especially of like Lakers circle kind of narratives that were going on in terms of, you know, and some of us have talked about the whole usage rate conundrum and, you know, going in between percentage points and things of that nature. And then you you look at a game like tonight, obviously you had good contributions of Gabe and DFS. So, yeah, I mean, I was super impressed. Obviously, we've seen the highs of this team and the lows of this team as well. It's just going to be what kind of resilience are we going to have? I think we talked about it over the weekend. I would describe this big three as very cerebral. Just the IQ level of that all combined, like that's why we were never worried about the Luka LeBron fit, because it was just always going to work. There were concerns in this, his turn, my turn, this kind of thing, and the distribution of that. But I'm never worried about that because one of those three guys can get a bucket and pull out, clutch wins in the end. Obviously, I just think it comes down to player 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and their deficiencies and their weaknesses and what they're able to do. Small things like that. And, we've been talking about on stream. It's getting to the point, the lack of Jackson minutes, because we need him for that vertical spacing that we always talk about, is getting weird. Like at the minutes per game for him is just going down. And you guys were talking, like preaching the gospel on stream about the lack of the moments we could use him out there. And dude picked up one foul in 5 minutes, and JJ used that as an excuse to sit him. And then Steven Adams came. Like it was just. It's just not making a ton of sense right now. Like no matter what your opinion on Jackson Hayes is, like for his minutes to kind of be in the low 20s, a little baffling. But obviously we moved. But resilience of the team. This isn't a side of the team that I'm not surprised by. Obviously not backs against the wall, but just 1-2 on the road trip to come back, win 2 straight is great. I'm just very curious as everyone kind of locks in and gears in for the playoffs, and we get more Laker fans' eyes as we head into April now. Home stretch, and then obviously the postseason is what is this team gonna, like, what's the finale kind of look like, what's gonna be the identity of the 2024-25 Lakers. I'm really curious to see what that ends up as we very fast tracked put this team together, and it's going to be the conclusion of their story. So all eyes are on us right now. The seeding is interesting. We're facing a good amount of teams next, 17-2 when Steph and Jimmy's there in that lineup. So I'm very excited about Thursday's game.
That's a crazy record, by the way.
But we've seen both sides of it. It is a crazy record. So we got to watch out. But I'm pretty confident with the guys and what we got. But yeah, the hierarchy of the big three, it can falter every night. I think I'm not concerned about LeBron. We say it every year. I say it every year at some point in time, and I always learn my lesson. I'm never concerned about LeBron because when we need him, he's going to be there. And I'm just fortunate he has fucking Reeves he can genuinely rely on. Like there's no ifs, ands, or buts about Reeves at this point. He has 2 guys he can rely on to get up regardless, and he's going to pitch in where he comes in. So I'm not worried about LeBron. He's going to be ready, and we just keep with that defensive intensity. So I feel good. I feel good about us. Staying away from OKC side of the bracket will be tough, but would be worth it. But we'll see. I don't know if Golden State is locked into 6 low key, or if Memphis keeps sliding and might get to 6. So do we want 3? Do we want Golden State first round, or do we want Memphis first round? There's just so many scenarios going in my head.
Yeah. So right now, right now, it's really hard to gauge.
Yeah,
like
nobody's
the 8th seed through the 5th seed right now is literally one game.
That's crazy. One game.
So right now, 6th seed Warriors are a half game ahead of the 7th seed and the 8th seed Wolves and Clippers. So like it's too early to tell. And the fact that tomorrow Grizzlies and Warriors play each other, like that's a huge game. Because
huge game, bro.
If
my God, that's major.
If the Warriors win, they actually take the 5th seed from Memphis, and then Memphis becomes closer to the play-in. And then if the Grizzlies win, they keep the 5th seed. They get separation, a little bit of separation from the Warriors, and then the Warriors get knocked into the play-in. But the T-Wolves also play the Nuggets, so depending on what happens in that game,
massive game. Holy shit!
Bro, tomorrow, I'm just gonna say it.
Oh yeah, we locked.
That we gotta watch.
Oh yeah, we there.
Those games are gonna be so big.
Yeah, a lot of hate watches.
There's gonna be some crazy shit. And really, I'm not gonna lie, this is the first time where I don't know who I want to win in either one of these games. I don't know if I want Warriors to beat Grizzlies. I don't know if
we need the T-Wolves to win.
Yeah, the Wolves we definitely want to beat Denver. purposes.
But that Warriors game is literally a toss up. I don't.
Yeah, like I couldn't
Yeah,
tell
it's
you.
a win-win, bro.
I couldn't
Whoever
tell you.
wins, that's whatever.
Do you want the Grizzlies to beat the Warriors and then try to beat the Warriors Thursday to compound that loss, or do you want them to split with the Grizzlies so the Grizzlies get a loss and then you try to beat the Warriors so both teams take losses? Like I don't know. I literally don't know.
So crazy, bro.
I don't.
Where it goes.
It's crazy
right now,
because
though.
they play
so
Grizzlies,
crazy.
us, and then they play the Nuggets the next day after the Lakers. So they got like they could
Warriors
really
got-
get
Warriors
that
got a tough
scheduling could
schedule.
fuck. It could really fuck them up really bad.
Grizzlies
It could
got a
really
tough
fuck them
schedule
up.
too, though. It's like
Bum
yeah,
ass niggas.
this shit's
This is a
gonna be
character
Real
building
quick,
stretch for the Warriors.
it's gonna be a photo finish for sure.
Yeah, it's gonna be finish line stuff. We're about to see.
Is our season series with Houston 1-1, or did we lose to them before the DFS game?
It's 1-1.
It's 1-1.
It's 1-1, right? We play them a total 3 times of the year.
We play them one more time at home. So we're going to be at home on the 11th.
Perfect.
I want to say we play them.
Listen, bro, crazier things have been done in the NBA. We were 3.5 before the game. Now we're 2.5 behind Houston. Listen, bro. With one more lining up, listen, bro.
And listen, you're one back of Denver who plays T.
They said it, Shub. So basically, you can only really lose one more game if you want to get to 2 seed or 3 seed. You kind of
Want to get to
have
listen, bro.
And you play the OKC Thunder twice. So if you could maybe split them, try to steal a win versus OKC, and then run the table, you probably get the 2 seed. But that's tough.
Not OKC.
I saw
it's not impossible though.
No, I was gonna say I saw Zay's point about
bro, because you'll avoid OKC till the conference finals, bro. It's like worth it.
Yeah. I saw Zay's point about needing to win one more game, but Rockets got a tough ass schedule too, though. Like we was going over their schedule.
Hey,
like,
that's
outside
they could go 1-5.
Outside of Utah, like bro, they play every team that needs something to play for. Clippers, Warriors, Lakers.
The Rockets schedule.
Nuggets.
So they play Utah. They play Utah on Wednesday, right? Then they play the Thunder, the Warriors, the Clippers, us, and then the Nuggets to end their season.
So like every team has something to play for.
You could quite literally go 1-5, bro. Like that's tough.
That's tough, bro.
I mean, you could also, fuck, they could also go fucking.
They 5. If they got 6-0, Jesus.
If they go 6-0, they deserve it.
They got it. You got it at that point, bro.
Yeah. So
and keep in mind, like the Lakers are. I mean, if we take a zoom out, obviously, like we are gunning for the highest seed possible. But if we're to compare urgencies, like of our situation versus a Timberwolves who are always trying to get out of the play, like we were in previous years, bro. Those 6, 7, 8, 9 teams, you don't think they're going to be going crazy as hell against our 2, 3, 4 seeded teams like us?
Because
the intensity
they play
is
Clippers
crazy.
coming up, and bro, they're the 8 seed, half a game out of 6, so like they're fighting for their lives too.
Bro.
So it's like, bro, niggas don't want to be in the play.
The thing about the Rockets too, so if the Rockets win tomorrow, or sorry, on Wednesday, I think they clinch the playoffs, which means
the top 6
they cannot get worse than the 6 seed.
Yeah, I need us to get
so
there.
like that's a big man. It's a lot of.
Do you know when we clinch the playoffs? Like what?
Oh, we're not close yet.
I think we have to get to 50.
We're really not close.
No,
I think we're 5 games away, 4 or 5 games away.
Bro, you're only 2.5 over 6.
4 games away.
You gotta lock in.
4 games away. So yeah,
we gotta run the table.
I want to.
Go ahead, Chuck.
Rome, I'm just gonna wrap up my take real quick, and we can move on. On the hierarchy point, and just like because I was gonna tweet this earlier, I just never found the time about the big 3. What I want to say is like I think we're 20 games into the Luka thing, Luka era. Yeah. I think what's happening now, the concerns and complaints that are happening of the big 3, are low case scenario because what transpired. Because here you have 3 guys.
Shub, I think your microphone kind of. Is that just me?
Yeah, no, it's breaking up a little bit. I think.
Hey, Shub, your microphone kind of breaking up
a little, bro.
Yeah, Riyadh, your monkey.
Can Shub hear us? I don't know.
I don't know if he can hear us. He's lagging though.
Yo, Shub, can you hear us? You probably got to drop my request though. Yeah, because he can't hear. I got to bring him back up. Pause. Yeah, Shub, your mic was kind of going in and out. Yeah, we sent you a mic. Oh yeah, but to elaborate on your point about who would you rather win between Grizzlies or Warriors, I think Warriors kind of have a soft. I gotta check the Grizzlies schedule. I think Warriors may have a softer schedule than Grizzlies to finish the year, so I probably want Grizzlies to win that and us beat Warriors. I think Grizzlies may still drop a few more games, so I don't know. It's interesting to see.
Oh yeah, no, my fault. I was driving through some rough service, but no, I agree with everything Rome just said. Like contextualizing the schedule, like this schedule, like the last couple of months, like it genuinely felt like the bubble where the playoff run was every other day. Like Adam was trying to get those guys out of that bubble so quickly that every 48 hours you did have a game. It was just nuts, like nonstop back and forth. And the point about the 21 season too, it was even kind of more compact because of the tight turnaround too. So to really just tread water, I'm looking at the standings right now, dude. Like you look at like James brought up earlier, Clippers sliding down to 8th when that team like a few months ago was like a 4, 5, 6.
Literally right next to us. Literally.
Yeah, they were next to us the whole season for them to slide down. Obviously, like so much has been made about the Suns and that just kind of being completely out of the mix entirely. Obviously, the Warriors kind of like sliding up and remaining the same as well. You got to give our guys a ton of credit, right? And everything Rome said, but on top of that, a couple of days ago when the John Morant news broke that he was not only questionable but available to play against us. And I don't know if they asked JJ or a stat was said. JJ's analytics teams, or our analytics teams, calculated that 87% of our opponents are available to play when it comes time to play the Lakers. That ranks first. That ranks first in the NBA, clear cut. No one's even coming close. So obviously, much has been made about like people coming back for the Lakers. And I saw Rome's tweet; he was absolutely right on the money. Like it's a proven fact. It's not even like a gimmick anymore or something, whatever. And people telling us to quit crying or whatever, bro. It's like we're getting everyone's best shot every single day for years. And so to maintain the 4 seed is just actually an incredible feat. And to even be in the conversation and maybe like come out of miraculously with the 2nd seed, it just shows your team is doing pretty well. And low key, the podcaster's doing a decent job as well, as much as we get on him for small shit. So kudos will be had at the end of the season about what he did and stuff. But quick thing before you close, bro. Jackson Hayes, after the 8-game win streak overtime win against the New York Knicks, he played 33 minutes that game. Since March 6th, his minutes 29, 27, 24, 16, 25, 18, 18, 32 against Chicago, 17 and 14 minutes tonight.
It's nasty, bro.
So we all have ranging opinions on Jackson Hayes. Nobody thinks he's Akeem Olajuwon, but again, like the viable center that we need, and instead of blowing blood vessels on Jemison, on Koloko, back and forth, yada yada, just to not have our main guy like having 27 consistent minutes is a little head scratching. But again, good vibes only. The team is above water. But where I was breaking up at earlier is just the hierarchy of the big 3, and then we can get out of here. It's definitely best case scenario the complaints that we're having about those big 3. The part of the complaints that we're having are these guys are a little bit too unselfish, trying to find each other or find other role guys for shots, and we're complaining about them not taking the shots or being aggressive, right? Like a lot of that could be worse about redundant skill sets, stepping on each other's toes, like a Bradley Beal situation over in Phoenix. That's not happening with us because our guys are, high IQ players and just trying to make the right play and do what's best for them. But, based on Austin's track record, obviously LeBron's and Luka's in the playoffs, I fully expect that kind of be mitigated and for them to be aggressive and just kind of know, when it's time to be aggressive, who's kind of quarter or half it's going to be. And for the other two to kind of, relish that as well and encourage that to kind of go, ape shit and just kind of, take over that quarter, that segment of the game when we need that kind of scoring punch from an individual player when they got a favorable matchup. So, I'm not too concerned about, them 3. It's just going to be interesting, the problems that we run into in a 7-game series that we're going to have to face and figure out a solution with, this very last minute roster. But I'm excited. I'm really excited. I'm really excited to see how this kind of finale wraps up. But all the playoff possibilities, all the matchups, like this is when everyone really locks in. And every Laker fan should be excited right now because previous seasons it's been a lot fucking worse. And we're in these spaces around this time asking for miracles or trying to move up from 9.
Blazers, can you steal a win versus Minnesota, please?
Trying to just like scratch and claw out of the play-on just to be 7th seed every single year. Like Rome said, bro, like entirely grateful for all the shit's been thrown us, all the games played, all the back-to-backs, the national fires that obviously happened to us that we had to suffer through, and for us to still maintain where we're at on a last-minute ditch roster because we completed the craziest trade in sports history to still maintain 4th is actually an unbelievable feat that everyone should kind of really just kind of take in and grasp if this holds through our last 7-8 games. So really proud of the team and excited for the future, bro. It's gonna be fucking live. It's gonna be fucking live. Seriously.
Yeah, bro. I'm. It's funny. I was talking to old NBA tweets. Shout out to bro. We were just kind of just talking about the state of like the NBA and like the Lakers, and it's like so sick of the regular season, bro. Like I just want to go to the playoffs, bro. Like I'm ready for the playoffs, bro. Like this is the first time in a while where I feel like I'm just like, bro, I'm not stressing. I mean, obviously the plan is not out of reach, so like the team could by all means still go fall into the play-in, like with a bad stretch of games. But this is like, I'm like, bro, let's just get to the offs, bro. Like, let's get it. Like,
Yeah.
I am so ready to just be completely absorbed into basketball, and I feel like the Lakers are so. I don't think we get enough credit as a fan base with the amount of shit that we have to go through every year. I think going from I mean, I don't want to have this entire timeline of things that we had to deal with, but I mean, 2020, man, we lost the greatest Laker to ever grace a Laker jersey. The whole world lost him, and I think we also went into a pandemic in that same year. We had to change the entire scope of how playoff basketball was played. Literally put them in a neutral site, and then won a championship. And I feel like ever since then, we've just had so much to go through every single year. Um, Between 21 and the short turnaround and both our stars going down and getting hurt, then one of our other stars going down and getting in the playoffs. 22, we make the worst trade in franchise history, maybe NBA history, completely wipe our championship window for a season or two and a half, 1.5 seasons. Then we make one of the craziest trades to get off of that terrible trade, go on a Western Conference Finals run. Then the next year, we try to follow up our continuity. Our coach essentially sabotages most of the fucking year. Then we go out sad in the playoffs. Then we literally go through oh my God, we didn't make enough moves, fire our coach, get a new coach in the offseason, think we're going to get a different coach and Dan Hurley. Then he, gives us the middle finger. There's a lot to be said about him. We don't have to go into that, but then we get a coach in JJ who was unproven, had no idea what he's going to do with the same exact roster that just lost in the first round. Then we make the craziest trade, and I can definitively say the craziest trade in NBA history. Get ourselves a franchise cornerstone by trading our other franchise cornerstone. Go on a run in the midst of making that insane trade. Go on a run pre-trade and post-trade, and then literally have injuries to every single player in our starting lineup. Like, I'm not even trolling. Every single player in our starting lineup got injured. After this run that we're going through. And now we're back to, trying to close out this season strong and make a real playoff push and solidify ourselves in the seeding. So it just felt like we had multiple seasons in one season for the last like 4 years. And I think like this is the first time in this literal 5-year stretch where I'm like, all right, bro, let's get to the playoffs. Like, let's get to the playoffs, bro. And I hope the Lakers don't have the same mindset that I have because they got a lot of business that they need to handle these last 6 games. But for me as a fan, I'm just so ready for us to play playoff basketball. I want to see playoff Luka Doncic. I want to see playoff LeBron James. Shit, I want to see playoff Austin Reeves, bro. I want to see what JJ does. I want to see how JJ manipulates the game. I want to see what his counters are. I want to see how he deals with adversity. I want to see which role players are mice and which one are men. You know what I'm saying? I want to see all of it.
Yeah.
Like, I am like ready for playoff basketball, bro. So I really just hope we can close out the season and get to that as soon as possible, man.
I completely agree with you, bro, because I mean, positioning and seeding aside, obviously they got to play for that. I completely agree with you that I'm ready for the playoffs because like I feel like there's nothing left to learn. It's like I'm ready for like the challenge now. Like there's nothing left to learn about our guys in terms of tendencies, weaknesses, maybe strengths and stuff like that. Like sure, like in the next 8 games someone could, get hot from 3 like kind of Gabe is right now. But in terms of like what I know and see out of this player, like these 8 games, I don't think like a new storyline from a player in our rotation is going to pop up. So I'm completely with you because I'm like, there's nothing left to learn about this team. Like it's about how do we match up? How do we, measure up with this team that we have against the rest of the league? So I'm just ready to see it because, I think obviously it's a formality like seeding position. We got to get all this. We got to get all these dubs. But in terms of tendencies or the makeup of this team and how they're going to operate, we know what to kind of expect from majority of these guys. So I'm right there with you. Bring on the playoffs ASAP.